All right, Anne, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing your story and your testimony with the world around how you've handled Crohn's colitis in your life. And we've had an amazing journey working together, and we've had ups and downs, and we've learned a lot. And you've, really shared with me, which I hope everyone else can absorb, what's possible when you become self-empowered. And it's really not as big as you make it out in your head once you really jump in full force. So what has been your experience, working together? I know you came with some certain symptoms. So what were some things that you were dealing with before we started working together?
Well, I had been healthy for years and then suddenly had this issue with a bunch of embarrassing symptoms in a very inconvenient time. And thank heavens I happened to find you. And I think, I think I just must have been under a lot of stress or something. I was in New York City meeting with a bunch of literary agents, and for me that was a huge deal. I'd written this book, and I was panicked. And also, when you're traveling, you have so little control over your food. Anyway, so I must have gotten an overdose of a bunch of gluten and dairy and whatever, and came home sick as a dog and had things to do and was just in denial, like I don't have colitis, you've got to be kidding.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm glad I found you, and I felt like, it wasn't but a few weeks until I started feeling much, much better, and it wasn't but maybe 6 weeks, and I was completely symptom-free. And it took some work to get there, and some discipline, and some doing things that I really, maybe hadn't planned on doing, mixing up an enema and whatever. But, Oh my gosh, I felt so much better, and then my symptoms went completely away again, and I feel good. And not only that, I'm just doing everything I want to do. And even during the treatment, I was able to go skiing, and, things you wouldn't think, and things that other people that I know with gut issues, they end up in the hospital, and I was on the ski slope, and just, this was cool, sorry for them, but, it's good to know that you can address this with so little.
You were already eating organic, you were already very specific about what you were doing, and so
Right.
the big question was, Dane, I'm already eating organic and I'm eating healthy, what can I do further?
Right.
So
Right.
looking back on that now, what's something you learned about that?
So what I learned is, if you are having symptoms, don't eat the cauliflower and the broccoli and the Brussels sprouts. That's for when you're not having symptoms.
Yeah.
But I totally, I guess the blender, the avocado, the cilantro, that kind of stuff, that was cool. But I had to get rid of very temporarily get rid of some of the things that, just because it's good for you, quote unquote, doesn't mean that you personally can eat that right now. It's not a part of my life. I don't worry about my gut. I never feel bad. Never. I get up every morning, take a probiotic, and I even brought them on the camping trip. And I know from learning from you that Natron's the better one or whatever, but I brought the kind that you can apparently have that don't have to be refrigerated, and I know we don't really trust that, but anyway, I took my probiotic and I picked up that pack, and it weighed 50 pounds, and I was so proud of myself for being able to even do that. And I do remember I thought of you at one point on that trip, because it was like a 2-mile trek to be able to go to use a real restroom, or it was that or dig a hole. I don't worry about it anymore. I haven't had any issues at all. And it's not a part of my day now. I realized that it could go awry again, but now I have a toolbox that I can count on, that I know more or less what to do, and if I get in dire straits, I'll call you. It's good.
That's it, man. I love it. That's you just have so much self-empowerment about you right now, and in general, you've taken back your life, and you have such tools on how to handle your health, and you're hitting on a point what gets me so excited. It's not just the fear of disease. It's not just getting rid of the symptoms. It's having empowerment that you can go through life and not only help yourself, but help your family and help your loved ones, and start to say, what can I do about this? Not, I have to run to the doctor, get a shot, take a pill. What can I do about this? And what is the actual problem? And so that's becoming in touch with your body. And I want to go through this world, Crohn's disease or not, I want to go through this world empowered to make a difference on what happens to me and what is affected. what has the ability to affect me. So you're just completely full of that right now, and you can hear the mindset, how strong your mindset is, and your willingness to do and what your body needs and invest in your health, so you can go on hikes and you can travel and you can exercise, you can have the best energy and look your best. Completely worth it.